And it's 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
And here we are, here again. Yes, Sunday again, and it's 8 p.m. in the UK, 9 p.m. in Spain, and Mark has got about 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
There you go. So I'm getting better at this, aren't I? And I hope there's people in the chat that's actually on Jackie's channel. Can you see, Jackie, that you're streaming?
Yeah,
No?
okay. It's not being not linked somehow. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Anyway, don't know.
So,
Whatever.
Steve, I'm thinking about this. The Sunday Drone Seekers Live that we do after the meetup will be at what time in Spain, Jackie?
It'll be 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
And our flight leaves from Alicante at 6 a.m. the next morning. Not much sleep for Marcus.
No.
Hey!
You'll be about 5 hours beforehand. So.
Yeah, get up about 3, I guess.
So Mark's going to do the show straight outside of Canty, which is about an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, 2 hour drive easily.
Is it 2 hours? Okay.
No,
I'd give 2 hours.
Those are things I need to plan on.
Hour and a half drive. Sometimes it was an hour and a quarter. I'm doing an hour and a quarter.
No, I'd personally give it 2. Anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, you're right, Terry. No.
This is important. It's important to me.
Yeah,
indeed.
I would give it 2 personally.
So we're just talking about the Spanish drone meet for those who are going to join us or not join us. I hope I'd like
Too late. Come and join us.
So it's not too late. There's still space at the hotel. It's probably outside in the stable, but
I've got room in my tent.
And Terry's got room in his tent. There you go. So
yeah, I could take 2.
We're drinking two in your tent, Terry? Yeah, 2.
Well, I'm hoping that Rick's going to be in it, but he hasn't said yet.
So 1 then.
It might be. I could take 6, to be quite honest. I'll bring both beds down with me.
Right, let's have a quick look in the chat. Who have we got in the chat? No one. Yes, there is. We got. Oh, hang on.
Harvey's in my chat. It's scared. I can't get in myself yet.
All right. So yeah. So anyone watching on Jackie's channel, I'm afraid we seem to have a technical glitch.
I'm sure it'll catch up.
Jackie, can you not? I suppose it's too late to do it now, isn't it?
Well, Harvey's
It's giggles.
I just can't get in myself.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the chat? What is going on in the chat? I'm sure things have just moved around all over the place here. Right, so we got. Hang on. Right, so we've got Justin, we've got Mark, we've got Patrick, we have Keith, we have Johnny Mac, we have
DJ.
Oh, and then the list here. We'll skip through a few names because I've already done them. I'm trying to have a conversation and I'm going to get lost. Caroline's in the chat.
And Dave Cullen and Albion John.
Sorry? Okay. And we've got John Olsen. And we have
Dave Cullen. Thrown on.
Lauren. How you doing, Lauren? From sunny Canada, or maybe not.
We were just talking about you, Lauren.
John Flynn we have, and also we have who else we got? Oh, Suzanne. Did I say Suzanne? I'm not sure if I did, but Suzanne.
Yeah, giggles.
Yeah. DJ, yeah.
And recovery drone is
Dre.
Yep.
Marcus's cousin.
My cousin, yeah.
Helen, I think, did we do Helen? No, we didn't do Helen. Maybe we didn't. Dave Cullen, of course. Dave Cullen, good to see you. Simon's Drone Channel. Simon. Well, I guess it's Simon's Drone Channel. Must be Simon, mustn't it? Of course it is. What would it be? Right. Oh, Johnny Drone Flyer. Off.
What?
Lift off.
You let Johnny in?
Yeah. Yeah, he snuck in. I don't know how he got in. He got in through the back door. And Colin's there. Hi, Colin. And right.
I
Oh,
expect
Gerard.
the cable said drone on.
Oh, that's interesting because so Caroline and Harvey are in your channel, Jackie.
Yay!
So it
And
must
I
be
see
premium.
John
Roger.
Glenn
And Chris.
Yeah, John Flynn. I see John Flynn. Yep.
Excellent.
and Jerry Bauer.
Get Limp Sticks it.
Jerry.
AJ.
JJ.
AJ.
No, this is for Dave
Hi,
Cameron.
JJ. Stevie Knowles. Stevie Knowles. And Lance.
Naranja.
Oh,
Naranja.
Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti.
Brandy.
What's
What's
that?
that say? What's that say, Kev?
What is it?
Karapaki?
Carpacci.
Carpacci.
Never heard of it.
9%.
Buffalo.
Oh,
Tea.
that'll do you.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What have you got, Steve?
well, I have cognac and gola.
Oh, plenty.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit posh, isn't it?
Cognac. It's not
Well, I've got Lay's potato chips.
They're walkers to us.
Oh, we have those here in Spain. We have
Yeah.
like,
I'm sure they're walkers. I'm sure they'll.
I got Barclays ginger and orange tablets.
Is Barkley in the chat?
Yes, Barclays.
Oh,
Here,
who's
I got
on?
them in my
Oh, Jay
chair.
Ariels.
Ron John.
Is Barkley in the chat? I've seen him.
No, I haven't seen him.
I'm
either.
I just won the food challenge.
It's
Yes.
Sunday. Johnny Dronefly says, "I love you, Marcus." In capitals.
Oh.
Johnny.
Caroline's got a couple. I bet she's got Earl
You
Grey.
upset Johnny now, Marcus. Oh well.
Good old Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, come to Spain. Steve,
Steve, I tried to talk him into. I'm not dead serious. I tried my best to talk Johnny.
I must say, I'm a little bit
that's
disappointed. I thought myself there'll be some great people from the US coming to Spain. Alan, how you doing? And Bob.
Hi, Alan.
Not in my own chat. Woohoo!
Yeah, there we go. But hey, we've got a nice little sort of gathering going on, and we have
Bob's got chamomile tea.
we have
Very
two people from the US and 4 people from Canada.
Yeah.
Go. And
So let's see. So who else is coming from the U.S.?
No one. You and Sarah.
Oh, just Sarah and I. Okay.
Yep.
And then
Tom Connors and his good
Yeah.
wife, and Gary Foster and his wife
Gary
Vicky.
Foster
And
his
Vicky,
wife.
yeah.
Come on, Lauren.
So there you
Come
go.
to Spain.
Anyway, enough chat. Must bring our guest on because he's probably sitting there for himself. Am I on this show or not? Well, I hope he's still there. He's there. And hang on. I pressed the wrong button. Then. Oh,
Was that it?
I'll tell you. Like, just pretend that didn't happen, right?
Yeah, we got to introduce him properly.
I'm gonna play the intro.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
That was
Yay!
It's
Hi guys
love.
and girls.
completely.
We've got to say aloha because he's been to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm back now, but yeah,
Yep.
spent the last 2 weeks there. Just got back
It looked
2
lovely.
days ago.
Did you
Yeah,
like
it was
Hawaii?
awesome.
Is it nice?
Yeah, Kauai. Yeah,
On Kauai. Yeah, Kauai's beautiful. Did you get to fly much, Lance?
I did until the last day, and I went to Anini Beach. In fact, I flew every morning, and then the last Tuesday, and we came home Thursday. One of my props came off on the ground, of course, because I was trying to take off on the sand, and it was unlevel, and I knew it was. Started the rotors, and one of them popped off, and basically broke the little plastic. And of course, I didn't bring props with me, so
No.
the last day I was grounded, which with the Mavic 3, I still flew the Avata 2, but the Mavic 3 was I wanted to fly in Nini because it's such a cool beach, and I So I didn't get. That was the only beach I did not get.
But
That's
at least it happened on the last day. I mean, imagine if that had
Yes.
happened on the first day. You'd be gutted.
exactly. So,
I'm
but
only
yeah, I
giving
did.
one drone to Spain, just one.
What are you bringing? Mini 4?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I have a carry-on Marcus that's, a small carry-on bag, and I stuff my Mavic 3 and my Avata 2 in that carry-on, and that's
Lance,
one of
trust me.
my 2 carry-ons.
Yeah, trust me. And now you have to have a smaller carry-on to go overseas. It's only,
Oh,
I think they limit us to 22 inches now.
Yeah.
okay.
But it works. I did exactly what you did, Lance. I got all of my when we went to the Caribbean, got all of my electronics, everything in that carry-on.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it has to as well. It has to go in your carrot goals. It can't go in the hole for obvious reasons.
Right.
Especially drones. Oh, the drones on there.
Yeah, it's the batteries. That's the issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of course, going on the cruise ship,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to confiscate my drone on the
they will.
cruise ship.
Yeah,
Yes, they will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bounty.
But
But
They'll
then-
give it back to you at the end. Otherwise,
don't
Yeah.
don't lose your cloakroom ticket though. 'Cause you can't get it back.
no.
Right.
I assume that they're going to issue with some sort of them. So anyway, as I was saying earlier on, that of course, if anyone wants to join us in Spain, we'll be there from the 24th. Well, I'll be there from the 24th of September until the 30th. But you can come for as long as you like. Come for a year.
Caroline's coming for a bit longer. Can't
Yeah.
remember the dates.
I mean, obviously, you can be, as a third country, I can only stay in Spain for 90 days, and they'll chuck me out. But
oh,
shame!
I shall be there.
Yeah.
Flights-
Yeah.
It's quite cheap.
It
And
will be.
Marion.
It'll be the
Marion.
first. It'll be the first time that
Yeah.
all 6 of us will be in the same place. Or sorry, all 5 of us will be in the same place at the same time.
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
the way things are going over here, I might not leave.
Yay!
Anyway, so
Yeah,
Lance,
I'm worried because we're going to Canada from the States, whether we'll get through or not. They might keep us in.
so Lance, how long have you been flying drones for?
I started in 2014,
Oh, okay.
and I bought the 3D Robotics Iris Plus. If you guys remember, it was huge. It was
I don't
It was
know.
like
Do you know that one,
3
Mark?
feet by 3 feet. It was very
Wow.
big. It was bigger than the Solo, and it came out before the Solo.
Did it have a seat
And,
on it?
Yeah.
Massive.
Practically,
It didn't have a bath attached to it.
I had to attach a GoPro to the bottom. I also had to attach a module to broadcast, and I
Yeah.
had to plug in the GoPro to broadcast to a monitor that I stood on a light stand so I could watch.
Oh
what I
wow!
was doing. And
What range? I bet the range wasn't very good. Or what was the range on that? Was it?
for me, as close as I could keep it to me, because I was so new and so afraid to fly it very far that I wanted to make sure it stayed within 100 yards of it.
Yeah.
So was the GoPro sort of? Did you rely on the sort of the GoPro technology to stabilize it? I mean, I'm guessing there wasn't a gimbal on it; it was just fixed onto the drone. Was
Yeah,
it?
but that would have been like
actually, there was a gimbal,
Oh,
and
okay.
and I could turn the camera, up and down,
Oh wow!
and it was pretty. For the footage, I was impressed. I mean, I'm a photographer first. That's my first love.
Right.
I teach high school photography, broadcast, and that was my first love. And then, the video part as well. And then I thought, drones sound so interesting. So I went out and got that. And I remember the first time I flew it, it was, I got the little baby drones that you couldn't keep up in the air, right? You bought them and you saw them flying in the mall, and the kids were flying them great, but you flew them and they took off everywhere.
They either went up very far or down very fast.
Yes, and then I thought, well, the Iris was much more stable, and I just enjoyed that. And then I moved on to to the Phantom 3
Yeah.
standard,
Yeah.
which was 2.7K.
Yeah.
And I thought back then that was ample. You know, I mean, no one really posted
Lance,
4K yet.
Didn't you think that video off of that Phantom 3 you just thought was just stunning?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And now when you go back and look at it, you go, what?
At the time, believe you or not, the first footage of those wasn't a very exciting subject. But I'll tell you what, I thought the footage was amazing. As you rightly say, I must go back and look at that again and see what I think now.
Yeah.
You will catch flaws that you totally missed originally.
I used to get a lot of jello with that, I must admit, but I think I'd put that down to the to my SD card, and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And then so I see David Cullen asking me what kind of camera I have. I have a Pentax K1 Mark II, and I really enjoyed that. And I stayed with Pentax because I was a photo Pentax shooter. So back in the day, I had my Pentax photography, film cameras, and my dad did too. My dad was a photographer, and that's kind of what got me into it. Is my dad was, I got interested in that, and in high school and beyond. And then I thought my dad bought a digital Pentax. It was the Pentax IST. It was, back in 2004 or something like that. Yeah. And I followed him in, and he basically said, you want to get it because all of your lenses on your film cameras are going to work on the digital. And I thought, perfect. So I didn't want to have to convert. I think if I were to do it over again, I would probably go Canon, but I'm okay with Pentax. And I can, if you go to my Instagram, in fact, I'll post that. If you go to my Instagram site,
photographs are amazing. You'll see that recently.
You'll see that my Pentax nails it. I mean,
Lauren said he's still got a Pentax K1000.
Yeah, and the people say that you can't shoot sports with Pentax. I prove them wrong. There you go.
These are some of Lance's photographs.
Wow,
and they're just stunning.
Thank you. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll see that Pentax does shoot sports. You just need to know how to use your camera.
I was my go-to camera was always Olympus for some reason. I don't know why. I just got stuck on that trip somewhere. OM1s, OM10, and anyway.
Straight from the mines of Minolta.
Yep.
Remember that tagline, Lance?
Yes, I do. And I tell my kids, I say, it's not the camera. It's if you know how to use it, know how to use all the features, you're going to be fine. Whether it's Minolta, whether it's Olympus, which they don't make anymore, Nikon, Canon, whatever it is. Just
let me run this one by you, Lance.
Let's face it, you could give someone the most expensive camera in the world, and if you don't know how to use it, cameras are great. I'm sure they've improved a lot, but I know the automatic part of cameras used to be like you put it in, you take a picture, think, how much do you pay for that camera? Really?
The inverse is also true, Steve.
Yeah.
You give a real photographer, you can give them a little snapshot camera, and they'll take amazing.
I see a documentary once where a guy was challenged. He had was a portable light and a mobile phone, and he took some of the most amazing pictures ever.
Brilliant.
It's not the tools; it's how we use them.
Of course it is.
That's the thing.
Knowing how to get the best.
Lots of good jokes there.
Anyway, I think it's time for a video because we've been chatting for far too long. We need to watch a video. So, and the first one is, well, I'll tell it. We'll play it.
this game, this flame would still be burning. Who would have guessed that all these blenders would still be churning? Not even we on our bended knees could have ever blessed it. Not even I with my head in the sky would have ever guessed it. But here we are for a family reunion costume barbecue. All the black sheep family outcast and a week or two. No, the hat tricks and the gold bricks still don't have us down. Still a party for the hardy when we come to town. You're still grinning and we're still winning, nothing left to save. Death defined as I go flying down this endless wave. And here we are, with the offbeat Uncle Freds who spilled their wine on you, and the in-your-face Aunt Rachel's with that attitude. All the ones who use your bathroom, then eat all your food. We're the dreamy deadheads who just like us and say right to you. Here we are. Maybe it's because in spite of all the work we do, it's the child in us we really value. Here we are, with our fins up and our feathers flashing. Here we are, with our coconut shell fries ears chapping. Here we are.
The Glass House. The
Yeah,
glass,
what's-
the Glass Museum.
What's in the glass museum?
Don't tell me it's glasses.
So
It's not chocolate.
Dale Chihuly, I don't know if you've heard that name.
Really glass, yeah.
He's a glass
Very
guy,
famous. Yeah.
a very famous glass, and so that's his shop or his museum actually, and he's very influential around the Tacoma, Seattle area, and he's got another place up north in Seattle as well. But it's kind of a cool looking building, and
Yeah.
so I figured I'd buy it. Yeah,
That was the Avata you was flying up
you
with.
bought it too. Yep,
Yeah.
you bought it too.
Yep.
If you're interested in some cool looking glass, just look up Chihuly glass, and
Chihuly
it's
glass, I will.
really
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
Yep. And my high school has a glass shop, so the kids can take glass, and they often go down and work in that cone as well every once in a while. But yeah, a lot of fun.
Mm. Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah. So I mean, do you sort of get out much flying? Do you sort of do a lot of flying, or just once
Yeah,
a month?
so that's my that area is called Reston Way, or it's also called the Thea Foss Waterway, and I fly that a lot. There's a lot of cool spots to fly there. In fact, I kind of tease Ray Kelly and say my secret spot number one is the fish peddler. And so I have my own secret spot.
Cool.
Ray's got lots of secret spots. He just forgets and tells everyone.
They're getting a bit infamous, aren't they?
It's good. Just makes people think, doesn't it? Oh, it's Ray's secret spot. Then he tells them exactly where it is. And
Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of fun
You
doing it
finished
that way.
sneezing, Gary?
Mm-hmm.
Terry's got
Another 4 or 5 yet.
Oh, right.
he's got Spain fever.
I didn't see the video for sneezing. Show it again.
You're allergic to glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent about 6 years in the Puget Sound, Lance, in Kent for a little while, but mostly in Maple Valley. But I worked on Elliott Avenue for Darigold. That's when Darigold had their headquarters on Elliott Avenue, and that was just stunning. The views there were just absolutely out of this world.
Yes, exactly. And you wish you had a drone back then. You could do
Isn't that a fact?
skyline,
Yeah.
which I like to do as well. And I went to Kent Meridian High School, by the way, Marcus. So I know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Bob's had Audrey photographed an install for Chihuly.
Oh wow, yeah. So Bob, what is the? I can't remember the name of the resort in Las Vegas. That's just you go inside the resort and the whole ceiling is Chihuly glass.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Bob can remember. Maybe put it in the chat.
I'm sure he will. Hi, Tanya. Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya had a
Very
close
nice.
call yesterday.
What happened?
Well, she had a little problem landing a hotel drone
Uh-oh.
at the canyon.
She's had trouble with that before.
Wasn't cables by any chance?
Was not cables. You got to let Lance in on that one.
Cable girl there can tell you all about it.
We call her cable girl.
Bob said it's
Bellagio, yeah.
Oh,
You go in the lobby of the Bellagio, you look at the
Bellagio.
ceiling, and it's just
Bellagio.
covered in
Okay.
glass. Yeah.
So Tanya's on call. 3 calls today. Take your phone off the hook.
Oh, so Bud Bieber was born in Seattle. I did not know that.
What's that?
Yeah, lived in Tacoma.
Oh, born in
Yeah,
Seattle.
Bud knows Tacoma well.
But now lives in Oswego.
Tanya says no cables, just operator issue.
Oh dear.
Tanya, if in doubt, just press down.
She saved it.
Yeah, good. That's good. All well that ends well.
My leg is almost gone, Johnny. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I'm okay.
Ready?
Whales deep in the ocean blue, swim so far, so true. Turtles glide on through the waves, time's their only race. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Halfway around the world, all man and the sea. In wakes we're all unfurled. Seals basking in the sun, joy in every run. Dive into the waters clean, a silent ocean dream. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Halfway around the world, all man and the sea. In waves we're all unfurled.
I mean, I'm not a golfer. I'll tell you what. That's
Oh, that looks
beautiful.
gorgeous.
That's lovely.
Me, Bud, Jerry, we all want to go play that one.
Yep. There you go. Off you go. If you
You golf, Jackie?
Jackie, if you leave about half hour after the show, you should better get it by whatever tomorrow. Maybe go tomorrow. Mañana.
So the last part of that video, if I were to have kept going, there's a heart-shaped sand trap, and I think I've got some footage someplace on it of it, but pretty cool. And I did what do you call it? A rocket right over the sand trap. It's kind of cool. And so it starts as a sand trap, and the higher you get, you notice the heart, and it keeps going. It's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
Bob just talking about a video there of Lance's, but I don't think we've actually got it on here anymore. I'm just looking now. Bob says, I've lost the chat now. Where's it gone? Where you gone, Bob? Oh, there. I'll play Lance's video of the nuclear power plant.
Yeah, Bob and I took Bob to the nuclear power plant last summer, actually, about this time.
Okay, well, if we've got time, Bob, I'll try and dig that one out. And we'll see. Was it $5 says I can everyone get on that? Oh, I guess you meant I can name.
Yeah, Lauren, I could land in every bunker as well, Lauren.
I'll land. I can name every.
I'm at the point in life that I don't even try. I tried golfing as a young man, and
same, Marcus.
I'm good at putting and crazy golf. Well, actually, I'll probably lose my rag at that, to be honest. I'll be terrible at golf course.
I got down to an 18 handicap, which isn't bad for a female.
I've got about 175 handicap. No, it's a game I tried as like you, Marcus. I tried it. I just put it down to I'm left-handed.
My uncle owned a golf course, and I could golf for free, and I tried really hard. I played a game with my father one time. I got to use my full set of clubs. He golfed the whole round with just his putter.
Yeah?
Drove with his putter. He did everything with his putter the whole round.
Wow.
He still just killed me.
Oh.
But anyway, it's time for that time of the day. No, it's not so good.
What? It's gone muffled again.
Yeah.
It got muffled, yeah. Time for that one.
I'm swimming underwater.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, it's time for the news.
It surprised me this week that a couple of my previous news items have started to gel together and make sense. I covered recently how Beyond Visual Line of Sight has been allowed in the UK to monitor railway infrastructure, and previously I talked about the new rules being brought into the UK by the CAA that is tangled up with detect and avoid. It wasn't until this week that I realised how these two subjects actually tie together. Earlier in June, the International Drone Show was held in Odense in Denmark, and according to the organisers, it was a record-breaking affair with exhibitors coming from all over the world to demonstrate the new technologies that they are incorporating into the drone world. Everything was covered, from military use to environmental surveys. How is this going to affect us as hobbyists? Most of the time we're flying in a quiet spot somewhere where we don't think there's going to be much going on, but we want to take a video of a church or a nice landscape. In the future, what could happen is it will turn up at a site and there's a whole team doing a survey on electricity pylon, power lines, the church itself, as an example, eroding coastlines or riverbanks. All of this is now going to be incorporated into detect and avoid and beyond visual line of sight. Now, us as hobbyists will probably not get the benefit of beyond the VLOS, but we will be dealing with people who are. Now, this isn't only going to affect the UK, I am talking about Europe and I'm talking about the US as well. The US are now preparing to survey and clean some of their tower blocks within the cities. Okay, I know that probably won't affect us too much as hobbyists, but according to the organisers of the International Drone Show, the technology from used in drones in commercial use is accelerating so fast that we as hobbyists are going to have to be more aware and maybe better planners before we go out and do our flights. Now, in the US last year, apparently there were around 700 deaths related to work at height occupations. A similar amount in the UK and Europe, just a little bit less. And what these industries are wanting to do now is replace the human intervention of having to climb pylons, buildings to inspect them with using drones. It makes sense. I think we as hobbyists only see the advancement in drone technology in our own little niche. The squash ball on the front of the Mavic 4 Pro, the Mini 5 coming out, rumours of another Avata coming out. What we don't realise is that drone technology in the commercial sector is accelerating really fast, and it is going to affect us. But we're going to have to deal with that. There's going to be more and more farmers using drones to survey their fields, and there are even farmers already in the UK and probably in Europe and the US who are using drones to actually plant crops. Add to that all the pylons that go across the fields around the UK and again in Europe and the US, and all the power lines. They're all going to be inspected by drones, and I think within the next couple of years we're going to see a huge change in the industry, and it is going to affect us as well as hobbyists. So I'll be keeping an eye on it for you and report hopefully in the future. This is Colin Rose for Drone Seekers International, who's going to go outside now and stand in the rain because I haven't seen any for about 3 months.
Hey, well done. That's a great job.
Yeah, it must be. It is interesting, the things that are happening in the UK, and we don't know anything about it. I mean, Colin, I don't know how Colin finds out. He must have a man on the inside because I don't hear it.
Here's what I gather from that, though. It's always the hobbyist that is on the bottom rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
And okay, so we're gonna have to accommodate these guys, these that are flying BVLOS. Okay, I mean, I don't know.
Unfortunately, I mean, everyone gets the upper hand. We are, as you say, at the bottom of. If it was a ladder, we'd certainly be at the bottom, stand on the path or on the first rung.
But talking about technology, we've got that. Lance knows we've got ADS-B on our DJI drones now, which is awesome. That really helped us when we were in Puerto Rico. There was a helicopter coming over, and all saw it, and we're able to drop down. However, when they talk about Universal Traffic Management (UTM), I'm hoping that at some point they can automate it to the point that even as a hobbyist, you can fly BVLOS, because you're going to know where that commercial drone is because it's going to be transmitting a signal. You're going to know where that manned aircraft is, because it's going to be transmitting a signal. And, the technology it's got to be there already. So anyway, didn't mean to get so far into the weeds.
And as Caroline says, and I'm sure you know that, it is about pounds, dollars, euro signs, isn't it? Enough said. Right, okay. Let's watch
the immortal words of Navin Johnson.
And
it's one of them there profit deals.
I'll see something's in London.
Yeah.
You're 70 miles from me, Steve.
They let him back into the UK?
Yeah. We let him in. Yeah, I've got a phone call. Can you vouch for me? Yep. I'm looking for it. Oh, did you add us to your list of attendees for South? The Spanish drone meetup. I guess what SPMs are. Of course,
Gary, we're at the same hotel, man.
Would we not, Gary? Come on. Right, okay. No videos, Ivy Binks. And number 3 is, full colours.
Crimson leaves dance in the breeze. The drone takes flight with perfect ease. Golden hues, they paint the sky, shooting the gaps as we soar by. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. Through the trees, the gaps we find, the cool, crisp air feels so kind. Orange, red, and yellow glow, guiding the way as we let go. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. Through the trees, the gaps we find, the cool, crisp air feels so kind. Orange, red, and yellow glow, guiding the way as we let go. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. The world below, a vibrancy of autumn's finest tapestry. We ride the breeze, we caught the air, flying high without a care. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. In the autumn wind, we're flying free, with colors bright as far as we can see. The rustle of the leaves, the hum of the drone. In this beautiful fall, we're in the zone. Whoa, 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 we're in the zone. Whoa, 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 we're in the zone. The world below, a vibrancy of autumn's finest tapestry.
Wow. Amazing colours.
Lovely.
It is a car coming along.
Got me closer.
Thinking, what the hell is that?
Yeah. There's a drone above my car.
Yeah, I love the fall colors.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
was
you certainly have some nice ones.
See, almost sort of real sort of like that. Those pinky colours, pinky reddy colours are really nice. But yeah.
Yes.
So do you go very far, Lance, when you go flying, or do you tend to stick sort of in the local areas?
Oh, geez. So I live, Hawaii. Yeah, that's that's a 6-hour plane ride. So Seattle is probably 35 minutes from my house. I go fly downtown Seattle in the Space Needle and the waterfront. I have a family cabin up on Camino Island, which is about an hour and a half north of where I live.
Nice.
And I fly up there. Tacoma, I work in Tacoma, but I live in Federal Ways. So I, fly down in Tacoma a lot. And I fly with a couple buddies of mine here, some local guys. And that's always fun to meet up with those guys every once in a while and do some either Avata flying or some camera flying. I've been able to see the Air 3S because I don't own that one, and that's really nice. Just seeing it, and I thought that might be better than the Mavic 4 for price content, and so yeah.
I thought of actually a great combination. Someone was talking about this last week at work who flies drones, and he's talking about buying a new drone. And he was toying between the Mavic 4 and the Air 3S. I said, well, do you know what my perfect combination would be? The Air 3S and the RC2 Pro.
There you go.
And I think you'd be saving at least £1,000. Well, in the UK, I don't know in the US, but to me, because there's no two ways about it. I mean, I used the RC2 Pro when I was out with Mike Holly, and I must admit, I thought a game changer. I mean, you're talking brightness wise, 2,000 nits against your normal one, which is about 600 nits. So it's more than twice the brightness. So in Spain with sunshine, that would be perfect. And incidentally, I watched Tom Dowling's video. I don't know if you've seen about these glasses. I tried this one with the Epsom glasses, but these ones look sort of, much more. They look cooler as well. There, so these glasses that all these they look like sunglasses, for want of a better word. Price tag about £500. So there you go.
Yeah.
Right. But you can carry on with telling your brother.
The next video you're going to play,
Mm-hmm.
the music is by Dennis Lovelady.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the original. Lance knows which one it is now.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, Dennis.
Yeah.
Is his number 4? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch it.
As the son of a sailor, I went out on the sea for adventure, expanding the view of the captain and crew like a man just released from indenture. As a dreamer of dreams and a traveling man, I have chalked up many a mile, read dozens of books about heroes and crooks, and I've learned much from both of their styles. Son of a son, son of a son, son of a son of a sailor, son of a gun, load the last ton, one step ahead of the jailer. Now away in the near future, southeast of disorder, you can shake the hand of the mango man as he greets you at the border. And the lady, she trails from Trinidad, island of the spices, salt for your meat and cinnamon sweet, and the rum is for all your good mices. Haul the sheet in as we ride in the wind that our forefathers harnessed before us. Hear the bells ring as the tide ring sings, it's a good son of a gun of a chorus. Where it all ends I can't fathom, my friend. If I knew I might toss out my anchor. So I cruise along, always searching for songs, not a lawyer, a thief, or a banker, but a son of a son, son of a son, son of a son of a sailor. Seas in my vein, my tradition remains, I'm just glad I don't live in a trailer. Son of a son, son of a son, son of a son of a sailor. Seas in my veins, my tradition remains, I'm just glad I don't live in a trailer.
Beautiful. That is my happy place right there. Honolulu Bay in Kauai is the most beautiful beach. However, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
That was taken early on in our trip, probably I'll guess the 27th of June. The 1st of July is when my Mavic 3 propeller broke in in Anini, which is just south of Honolulu, and it was really windy. And my girls said, my wife and my daughter said, it's too windy here. Let's go to Honolulu. So we went back to Honolulu, hung out at Honolulu, which is that beach that you just saw, and I'm taking my Insta 360 and my dive case, and I'm going out into the water, and guess what I run into?
I know, so I won't say anything.
Hammerhead sharks.
Oh, wonderful.
So if you want to see the video of hammerhead sharks, go to my YouTube channel, and I've got about a 5-minute, and I've cut it to show you probably 8 to 10 hammerhead sharks swimming around me. So it's kind of murky, but you'll see them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, but they were very tame. They were more afraid of me than I was of them. They were probably babies to teenagers, probably anywhere from 18 inches to 3 feet. But how many people can say they've encountered hammerhead sharks? So. Terry, all right.
I have, yeah. I've dived with them. I'm a subaqua diver. Well, dived with them in the Red Sea. So that was good. Yeah, beautiful animals.
Yeah, I'll see hammerhead shark briefly. Does that be going that way? I'll be doing
Yeah, so that was with my Insta. That's when I wish I had the Insta 5, and That was the Insta 361 2X. So it's a little murky, but fun.
So Lance, I see DJI is coming out with a 360 camera.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Right. Okay. Well, we're running out. We're getting time's running away with us tonight. So I'm going to
running out of time.
Here you go. We're going to do one more video, and then it'll be time for.
From Ruston Way, I take my flight. Commencement bay beneath so bright. The gain terminal looms in sight. Tacoma skyline day and night. Night to day, day to night. My drone soars high in the fading light. Through the clouds and over the bay. Tacoma's waterfront, I'll glide away. The city wakes as shadows fall. From dawn to dusk I capture it all. Rusting Way, the waters gleam. My drone's eye view, it feels like a dream. Night to day, day to night. My drone soars high in the fading light. Through the clouds and over the bay. Tacoma's waterfront, I'll glide away. The sound of waves, the city hums. From pier to port, the morning comes. Through changing hues, the skyline shines. Tacoma's pulse and these skies are mine. Night to day, day to night. My drone soars high in the fading light. Through the clouds and over the bay. Tacoma's waterfront, I'll glide away. The city wakes as shadows from the Tacoma's light. From Dane Terminal to the edge of the sea, flying high, Tacoma calls to me. Ruston Way beneath my wings, Tacoma's song, the drone's hum sings. From night to day and back again, I'll fly this path through sun and rain.
Yeah,
Good.
some great.
Say that again.
So, just out of curiosity, what AI channel do you use?
Suno at the time, and now I think it's a paid service, so I haven't used it for a while.
Yeah.
But Suno, SUNO dot, I think it was AI, and I liked it.
Getting better.
Yeah.
And with the edit, Lance, did you perhaps fly 2 waypoint missions to get the day to night? I thought so, and then grab the frames.
Correct.
Because
I did waypoints, and you have to match it a little bit because it's not going to, it's the barometric pressure. It's going to, it's not going to be the exact same height.
That was pretty close. So
Yeah.
You couldn't see the drone
done before. That's very good.
And I've got 5 or 6 of those data nights. I like that, and especially in the wintertime, it's easy because I can. Right. On the way to work at 7 o'clock, it's dark.
Yeah.
And then on the way home at 3 o'clock, it's light. So I can nail it in one day.
All in one day, yeah. Excellent, yeah. Okay, right. So obviously we have a feature on here every week, which goes something like this, doesn't it, Terry?
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Over to you, Terry.
Ours here, 85 years of age. Morris married Luann, a lovely 25-year-old. And since their new husband is so old, Luann decides that after their wedding, she and Morris should have separate bedrooms because she's concerned that her new but aged husband may overexert himself as they spend the entire night together. After the wedding festivities, Luann prepares herself for bed, and the expected on the door. Sure enough, the door opens, and there is Morris, her 85-year-old groom, ready for action. They unite as one. That's very polite saying. Yeah, they unite as one. All goes well. Morris leaves his bride, and she prepares to go to sleep. But after a few minutes, Lou hears on her bedroom door. It's Morris, and he's ready for more action. Somewhat surprised, Luann consents for more coupling. And when the newlyweds are done, Morris kisses his bride, bids her a fond good night, and leaves. She's set to go to sleep again. But you guessed it. Morris is back again, rapping on the door. Mazin's fresh as a 25-year-old, ready for more action. And once again, they enjoy each other. But as Morris gets set to leave again, his young bride says to him, I'm thoroughly impressed that at your age you can perform so well and so often. And I've been with guys that a third of your age are only good once or perhaps twice a night. You truly are a great lover, Morris. Morris, somewhat embarrassed, turns to Luann and says, You mean I was here already?
Terry's joke of the week.
As you get older, you forget. Yeah.
No, Patrick, yeah. I'm not sure if I've told that one before.
And Mark is saying you told that joke 2 weeks ago.
I might say
that wasn't the one we had. That wasn't the one we had on video, was it? Anyway,
No,
it was such a good joke. It's like New York. It's so great they named it twice. Terry's joke. Good joke. Told it twice.
Yeah.
There you go. There. Anyway, we're gonna watch the video. Here we go. We've got to find the right one.
I thought I had.
I love that music.
Yeah, that kind of
What
fits.
have
It sounded like a bazooka.
Yeah.
A kazoo.
Kazoo, that's it. Yeah, I call it bazooka.
And that flight may have been with Bob Dempsey. He and I flew there. That was the Browns Point Lighthouse in Tacoma. When he came up, I took him there. In fact, I let him fly my Avata, and he flew the Avata around as well. That one wasn't his flight, but I don't know that he had ever flown an Avata.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've got time for one more video before we say.
Can I just explain that the fact that I said that one again was part of the joke?
It was funny, Terry.
It worked to me, Terry.
It's worth it.
Tacoma streets awake. City never sleeps. Lights in road bright, and there always peace. Mom and me are watching over us so high. Fear far so lively under azure sky. Parades in the waterway. That boats zoom away.
Very good.
Excellent.
That was kind of fun chasing the different boats there, and that's secret spot number 1.5.
Well, no, thanks ever so much for joining us and sharing.
Yes.
Because obviously we put in the chat for. You put in the chat, did you, Jackie?
Yes, yeah, put the link in.
Okay, so obviously check out the channel. Lots of videos on there to watch, and yeah, always great to have another guest on board who's never been on the show before. So it was great. Okay, well, so
Really appreciate you having me. Thank you.
It's a pleasure indeed. So anyway,
What?
Can't hear you, Steve.
We just can't hear you about half the time, Steve.
Yeah, I'll replace the microphone.
You might.
Right, okay. So yeah, we'll see you all again next week, no doubt. I hope.
Definitely.
But I'll be here anyway. With a new microphone. Okay.
And a new joke.
and a new joke from Terry, yeah. Okay. So have a good week, everyone. And yep. If I'm trying to look for the video, we're going to find it. There we are. And we'll see you all again next week. Bye.
Bye. Cheers, lads.